beautiful, beautiful work music. 3:44, 3 hours 44 minutes. Anyway, guys, it's been about 9 days since we last spoke. Did mention to everyone I'm having a little bit of a break. I have a few things that I had to deal with, amend, comprehend. I have a little bit of fun here and there because that was my last piece of fun for a very long time. I was celebrating 1 year of, well, in the last 12 months since I left Bangkok, I've probably, just as a sheer example, I've probably learned more and gone through more and seen more than anybody average would ever do in a lifetime. So that was my last comprehension of a beautiful time, really. It's been sometimes treacherous, sometimes heartbreaking, sometimes beautiful, and I just wanted to end that chapter and then go from there, really. So come back into this week, and I had to do 1 or 2 things in the country, and then I'm just severing my brain to looking at the markets once more. So today we're just going to go through. Just wanted to say hello to everybody. Hope everyone's doing well, and again, thank you, Josh, for all of your work, and everyone's enjoying that. And then yeah, we're going into March now, so let's get back to a standard. So gold today, GBP USD, some easy thoughts and processes to more or less roll into. Now, can you guys remember, because this has some correspondence, and I was looking the other day, and guess what, guys? Look, I did an 18-hour run into Cambodia, right? I was so tired after the weekend. I don't even know why. My bad. I suggested a potential gold short. I was looking at a potential 80 pip dip, 90 pip dip, 115 pip dip, but that didn't clear out. So I do apologize for that. So let's get to the real points. Points and factors here. Again, the same analytical behavior is being rolled in and out on the weekly perspective here. So this volume in, out, back in, 50% was broken. Okay, and then guess what happened? The weekly closure of last week, we closed at 2008 to 2008-3-ish, all right? But what was really important and special here, if we just bring this across to the left-hand side for a second, okay? And let me just take the magnet off, sorry. If we go over to this side and we bring this in, can you see how we actually closed? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I won't count that one. More or less the 5 weeks we had, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can you see how in 1 week we just absolutely cleared out the table? Oh, Merlin, what's that? Merlin? Yeah, bro, I'm just doing a video. I'll call you back in 10. Okay. So, yeah, going into that proportionate area of value, we actually skyrocketed, and we also cleared out the entire 50%. So we went from one area of 50 to 50. No messing around, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you guys understand. So the point and factor of what I'm trying to suggest here is that your entire weekly perspective from Monday this week, okay, was this. Bullish. And what we see now, there's 1 day, 18 hours left, okay, on this weekly closure. What's very important here on gold, because we have 3 drives, 1, 2, and 3, is do we close above this point here, which we had drawn on quite a while ago? Can you see how all of these factors are now opposing? They're opposing, they're rolling through. Volume is still, after 10, 11, I don't even know, 23, 11 weeks or so, it's still rolling through the areas in which we placed on the charts. We didn't really have to take anything off the table. Another factor here was 1 to 2, small area of sweet bitter volumes. We have 1, 2, spiking, and guess what? Take that out as well. So 2 confluences, 1, 2. And also, if you really wanted to go deep, you could have went into some of these. I'm going to take these off right now. Some of these weekly areas. Actually, let me go back 1 second, and we're going to get to the real stuff in a second. Like, so, can you see here on the weekly high? Can you see on the first week, the bullish week, we closed above, but we closed above the weekly high, but we closed below the 50 of this. okay? Then we came through, and guess what? We spiked back as maybe it's like a general, bro, you know what? Sometimes it's so hard for me to do these minor things, these these basic, I can't even remember the basics anymore. Retest, that's what it's called, a retest, and then we flew all the way through. So point of the story is, are we going to close above here, or are we going to close back below? If we close back below, okay, guess what? There could be an issue next week, but we'll get there later. Now, monthly, what we can do, we can actually utilize the weekly. We don't really have to change too much on the monthly. Can you see here? Closed. We had an issue. Opening above, coming back below the month after, and look, guess what happened again? Excuse me, aircon's crazy. And then yeah, so here the 50% on the monthly side was adhered to. Okay, very, very short and sweet with me, guys. I use a lot of intuition for my stuff, and I haven't got all of the terminology pieces to give you. Okay, I can if I was to write it down, but I'm a very busy person, and I just like to use. I just wing everything. I don't plan anything that I do when it comes down to these videos and this, that, and the other. I just do it right on point. So 1, 2, 3. Never subsided below, and as you can see now, same point of call, 22 days, 17 hours. So we're only really going to see, so this is the most important factor on gold. January, February, end of March, the first quarter, this is what's going to provide the first quarter's value into the secondary quarter, okay? So if we close even stronger, if we close above here this quarter, okay, but we do have a lot of time left, guess what's going to happen? April's going to skyrocket. Can you see here? 1, 2, 3. Block. 1, 2, 3. Block. So going into the 6th month, we can suggest, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 month, 22 days left on here. This could, as an example, let's just look at prior. So got some prior here. Add some prior. See what prior can suggest. We could potentially 2, 3, 2, 2. What did I suggest last time? You have to go through the video. I think it was around 2, 4. We could end up hitting 2, 4 within 3 months, 22 days. Okay. Awesome. I really love that, and that's why I stuck with this. That's why I stuck with this area. And when we came out of here 2.5 weeks ago, remember when we spiked through, and on the video I said, hey, guess what? This can now, when it was around 1985, I said, if we close back above, because there's 2 major areas of value below, we can maybe suddenly switch apart, and look what happened on the open. It came in there, bing, all the way up and dashed. So that's it. That's why I just like to stick to occasional pieces of the pie. So now the daily, let me just completely restart this because I haven't really been keeping up with it for the last few days. Well, last 8 days or so, but okay. Let me draw 1 or 2 pieces on. Go back to this. Okay, that's very important and sufficient. That's important there, nothing else. If you wanted something else to be important, it would definitely be just the bottom side of it. And then what we could also add here to, okay, vibrance right there. That's vibrance. 1 to 2 is pure vibrance. Okay, emotional vibrance. And then going from there, retrospect, 1 and 2, classic, okay, up, down, cross, down, 50s, up again, then we were out the arena. Do you want more vibrance here? Okay, yes. Okay, last piece of effort. 1 and 2. There. That's two opposing factors. So, with that being said, let's download that. Just want to download this as well. Sorry guys, it's a long video, but it's very, very worth it, believe me. So I got my mouse with me today. So now, okay, so what was this? 1st of March, coming through, 4th of March. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all right, so. As you can see here, a pure break, and we don't even need to see that. This is the main point of call, 1, 2, because what we said, we came through, 50s tapped, upper end tapped, boom, burst through. Guess what happened then? Coming in. Let's move this goddamn magnet. That's the point of call there. Came out, tap in, boom, tap, tap, run through, tap in, violence, etc., etc. So some of these areas are quite small because this is more or less a consolidation price action range, and then we come through here. This is where the beauty was, and even after that, 2082. Let's look at the standpoint. Can you see here? 1, 1. So you would have had two opposing factors. So not opposing factors, two preliminary conversion factors of, okay, we've gone from a wacky all over arena to now the weeklies above. If you follow the steps 1, 2, and 3, and I haven't changed this, guys. I haven't changed this in weeks, and you know this. Now here, I wasn't really keeping up. I think I accidentally deleted the stuff, but I wasn't keeping up in the last 5-6 days. So that's me now keeping up. So what we can see here, and this is what we need to, you know, be careful with, wary and suggest is, that's major. That's like a molecule. See, I ain't got these technical factors. I can just roll through like, you know, I can just do this. When I put my mind to it, it's one of those ones. What we can see from there is I would do something like that. It could suggest a rollover and then roll through. Can we download that? So, can you see here? What we can also see now and suggest now, pull up some of these predicaments. What I would salute to is this. So Asia high, but what we need to like suggest is what's happening here. What we are above, and what we are above is two 150s. So above 2 150s, what I will do is I will copy this and I will paste this here, and look how far down that is. That's where gold could potentially melt into. Does that make sense? And look at the PA from that, because this is PA, this is sideways. I like to sideways PA. Everything isn't called price action, FYI. So what we could see and suggest, and I'll also put it here, because we drew it on in such a neat, beautiful fashion. So gold, we can go 2 1s. Okay, let me measure this bad boy. That's what we could do. We could do 300 pips to the downside before it actually cheers up. What else would I do? Delete these stupid lines. Doesn't mean anything to me. And that's it really. So going in from there, as we've just put these things together, I would suggest and not be upset about your gold longs going short. I would put something together like this. I would suggest, but you're gonna have to use, I would say 85. I would do T1, a 1 to 2, T2, a gorgeous 1 to, I would say now just coming off here. It's coming off here because I can see it interrelation with that. Oops, sorry. And that's it. So anyway, that's gold. Because this video was so long, I'll do GBP USD later. I'll do that in a later session, okay?